So NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. We know a lot of what is going on. However, this time last year, coming into the last week before the game, we actually knew what the token rewards were. We knew a lot of what was going on. We knew how the pack animation was. We knew how quick draw worked. Like, we knew what all the starter cards were. The trailer last year, as well as the couple of videos that Cash made coming into launch for 2K20, meant that we knew a hell of a lot more than we do right now. Like right now in NBA 2K21, we do know to an extent what's going on. We have an idea of what the game modes are. However, we have absolutely no idea. We have no idea whatsoever of what any of the cards are. So it's going to be very kind of tough to go into it. Except we do know two of the starters. Sorry, we know Shaq and Carmelo Anthony. But anyway, before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. As I said earlier, we're going to be uploading more NBA 2K21 MyTEAM content than anywhere else. And if any one individual channel ran by an individual, ends up beating us by uploading more, as I said, I will give away 5 copies of 2K22 next year. But anyway, that's not too relevant. So in this video, I'm going to be predicting the starter cards for NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. And I have a feeling, I'm going to say this right now, I think early on in the year it's going to be a running meta, and I think Shaquille O'Neal is going to be a god. I think he will be a god. He's got the Pro 2 behind the back, his dribbling's ridiculous, his hop step, I'm pretty sure they gave him the best hop step in the game, he is going to be a god. Anyway, so we know that in terms of the center position, it is going to be Shaq. We know he's probably going to be the most picked starter award, and really, it all kind of depends on what the token cards are for me. If there's a bunch of good, like, say if they have a Sean Bradley and a Mirasan in the token awards, I probably will go for them rather than Shaq. However, if there's still not, if like there's not great token awards, I think I might go for center, I'll go for Shaq. So basically, it all kind of depends on that. And a big reason why you would go for one over another is based on what other cards. I remember last year I suggested T-Mac because there were so many good point guards in the game and there wasn't many good 2 guards at launch, which was 100% the truth. However, in the grand scheme of things, Rose ended up being better. But for the first week or so, Tracy McGrady is better because you'd use a De'Aaron Fox, you'd use a Westbrook who gave you something similar. But in terms of the center, I think we're only going to be getting one, and it is going to be the Shaquille O'Neal card that we know of. Now, obviously, small forward is going to be Carmelo Anthony. Melo is going to be, I think he'll be the worst of the start. He'll be the Vince Carter of this year's starters. Or actually no, Dirk was the worst by a mile. I keep forgetting Dirk was the thing. And I think he might be one of the weaker starters. And hear me out on why. You can't shoot from the corners. I think shooting from the corners is extremely important, especially early on in the year where most people don't have range extender. Most people aren't going to be sitting there with limitless range. And I think that, especially for someone like a Carmelo Anthony, because you're going to have to camp him near the 3-point line, not only is he not going to be able to shoot from the corners, he's not going to be able to shoot from the wing either, because he doesn't have that like cushion of spotting up from hash. He's actually just spotting up on the 3-point line, or if he's spotting up from hash, he won't be able to hit the shot. I think that is going to be a killer, and it's going to cost you quite a good bit. As well as that, were any of the lower tier Melos good in 2K20? I'm going to say no. I don't think really until that Pink Diamond Melo came out, you could even argue that there was any good Carmelo Anthonys in the game. Like, that Diamond was awful. His Ruby Moments of the Week was awful. I don't even think he had a current card. But yeah, until the Pink Diamond Melo came out for Jeremy Lin packs, there was no real good Melos. So now, I'm going to be talking about who I think are going to be the point. I assume they're going to have a point guard, a power forward, and a 2-guard reward. Or 2-guard starter card. So, you have to assume one per position. My prediction for the point guard position last year was Derrick Rose, and I think it's going to be quite a weaker point guard. I don't think it'll be a current player either. I think we're going to be getting a Gary Payton point guard card. And if you guys know my relationship with 2K20 Gary Payton, my god, I hate him. I hate him so much. He wasn't quite up there with actually no, he probably was my most hated player. That Pink Diamond Gary Payton probably was my #1 most hated player in 2K20. Like, it was mad how much I hated that card. I hated that card with a passion. However, I do still think in this game he's going to be good, because they're probably going to give him at least gold clamps. They're going to give him probably a better... They have to give him a better release than he had in his pink diamond card. And I think overall, if he does come out, he will be quite good. Again, it is just a prediction. And at the end of the day, a prediction is a prediction. But I think the point guard card... I don't like envision the point guard card being as OP as the Derrick Rose was last year. And in fairness, like if we knew what we knew now about how important clamps was, and everyone was out here running with, say, Charlie Ward on Derrick Rose couldn't do anything. So I think he was only really great because it was a very primitive stage in the game and we didn't really know how to play. For lack of better words, we didn't know how to play. Then I think the 2-guard reward or 2-guard starter card is going to be Dwyane Wade. D-Wade is my prediction for 2-guard. Do I think, like, if I was to be confident about any of them, it would be Dwyane Wade to be the 2-guard. Dwyane Wade's release is terrible in 2K21. I'm just going to say that right now. Anyone who's would be expecting, say, a Dwyane Wade player to have a godly release because he had a godly release in 2K20, Dwyane Wade's release is awful. I'm sorry, but it is. As much as people like to say, oh, it's actually, the release doesn't mean everything, it means a lot. It means a hell of a lot. And also, he's going to be, if he does come out, he's going to be too undersized to be a 2-guard. So, yeah, I really don't think he'll be the greatest option, but he'll be my prediction. And my prediction for power forward, considering we got Dirk last year, my prediction is probably Tim Duncan. Again, a guy that until his opal was not good in 2K, I don't expect this card to be very good, or for many people to pick him, to be completely honest. I do not expect him to be a very popular choice, if it is him. To be completely honest, I don't expect the power forward to be a popular choice. Like, Hakeem Olajuwon wasn't a great choice last year, and the only reason why I'm even half considering the center position is because I know it's a 99 overall Shaq in play now, but Shaq's animations are ridiculous. They are ridiculous. As well as that, if they don't change up some stuff from the demo, post hooks literally just go in every time. It is crazy how overpowered post game is. And if you know what you're doing, post game could actually be an absolutely like insane thing to perfect, especially early on in the game. I don't think post game is gonna, once the limitless players come into the game and people find out the quickest release and learn how to shoot, post game then becomes not awful, but like not quite great. But until then, post game is going to be something that is huge. So basically, yeah, that is it. These are my predictions for the starter cards. So I will actually make a little bit of a video explaining what starter you should go for your playstyle. We don't even need to know what the starters are to explain like different types of, basically the different types of cards it could possibly be, and depending on your playstyle, which you're going to have the most success with. I genuinely don't even think like you need to know what the starters are to know enough about the game to tell which starter is probably best to buy. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ball point, you know it's not.